Hello, welcome to an episode of Phi Mapping. Today we're going to look at this guy right here. And these are the maps we're going to use. Two different types. You got your phi spiral and your Fibonacci line map and all these different root patterns and the maps they make. And we're going to apply those to this beautiful picture. Now I do not know who took this picture. I apologize, but it's from one of those sites where hopefully I'm allowed to use it. So I did not take it. Let's be clear about that. But I do appreciate it. Let's try and find our primary phi rectangle. And that might give us a bit of a clue as to, I don't know what. It depends where it is. So that's from the front of the mouth to the eye, to right by this, which I'm guessing is an ear or something. It's a very undefined jaw, but that mouth is of that particular angle, so it feels like, and in fact, it feels like that mouth wants to be right between this line. Perhaps not. Or between that line. Could be that one. Yeah, maybe the mouth is right on the line. Because that's getting down to this flap, which looks like the main part of the head. That's comfortably getting into the neck back there. It includes the ear a bit, and it puts the eye right like that. I mean, that's insane. So that might be our phi rectangle. And then if we move that around, then that one there almost goes right, is the right width. Even ends right here, and is threatening to isolate that ear back there, right in there, like that. But that's a little 2D on 3D effect, I think. Wrapping around the back of the head there. Okay, that's very cool, and in fact fits in some of those boxes. Let's try that same kind of map, but in the other pattern, our Fibonacci line pattern, and see if it says any different. I mean, there is an argument for this, and also that the eye goes so high there. What if it was just the top of the head to the eye? Again, using the ellipse here as reference. Could be something like this. Okay. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's try the phi spiral map. That works sometimes. And then we'll try some just basic circles and whatnot. Okay, that is theoretically level to the ground. But if we turn it relative to the head, which I suppose it should be, and put this, there's a phi line here, right above these circles, put that back on there, then pull this back to just behind the ear. it's doing, yeah, it's just hard to tell because there's no real defining feature at the back there. If we go right back to here, well, that's not doing too bad, is it? What's going on there? See those two folds? It's almost doing those two folds. And this line down the back here. And then putting that ear right on there, so possibly this is it. Is this part of it? Those two lines. The ear right there, right across, right on the drum. The eyes are not exactly, so somehow, right, that needs to go tilt a bit. Try and maintain some of that. Yeah, it's not quite going to work. But that's part of it, though. That's a big part of it. And if it is, then that head is really in the square here, divided by this line. That seems like that's right. Goes right to the eye. And using that same type of shape, but moving it ahead, gives us that, but that's a bit of a powerful one there. That's a pretty powerful one also, I think, because it's doing those lips. Again, to the back of the mouth, even though I think this is just loose skin. I don't think it opens back here. It just is a flap of skin. Doing that to the eye, which is doing that top eyelid really well. And certainly isolating the iris there. This spiral's hinting at the nose. If it was like that, it would go right in the nose. In which case this could come a little bit like that and go up and forward, and it sort of. Anyway, you certainly get the idea there. Another one we could do is just to the height from the eye. We're just looking for something that's half defined here. To the bottom of the chin, say. Just trying to do elements of this eye. That. But what is it? Where is it getting that, though? It's a little bit of that one, but it's really better as this one. That's the one right there. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. Right back to there. So if that's the eye, no, well, just because he happens we're looking up here. Then we take that one and we expand it by 161.8% to this one. It's going to be about like that. Get rid of that one. Invert the angle. Get that line to match that top eyebrow. Spiral right into the center of the eye. That doing the front, just right into the jaw, like, so that's a phi up from that one that was directly on the eye. If we take this one and scale it up once, I can do that just by making the width the same as the height of this one. Get rid of that one. And that's going to give us this. Yeah, which is getting to this one. So maybe that's the one. Fits the lips and the mouth there. Isolates the eye very well. Almost crosses right on the ear there, probably would. And these curves are similar to those folds back there, but they're not lining up exactly right because this angle's wrong, but it's multiple angles in there. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. That one was awesome. Let's try the circles just to see some very simple phi shapes. And for the first circle, let's go, I'll go off the whole head here. The top, well, let's just see if we can find a circle. So yeah, that eye, and these are centered. So let's say that circle is going to center right in the back of the mouth from that eye. And it's going to encompass the ear and focus right on this part here, which happens to be lining up with those. And that makes this circle about as big as the eye there, and also probably about as big as the ear. I think that's an ear, forgive me if it's not. Also this large flap here, which is going to do most of the jaw expansion. That one, not the lips, but the top lip and the nose. Okay. Yeah, so certainly on the eye. And this one is basically from the eye to the front. Oh, it's joining that ear to the eye. I see. And then this one is doing this one. Somehow. Or it's doing the big flap of skin. Maybe it's doing the flap of skin, or maybe it's doing a larger part of the eye. Oh, no, sorry. There it is. Jeez Louise. If somebody out there is yelling that at their screen the whole time. Listen, I apologize. Then if we take this one, and we go down one, 61.8%, gives us this one, which will nope. Yeah, sort of getting at that area. If we take that one and go down one more, 61.8%. Get the width of the lip and the iris, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So those are some major circles in there, major phi harmonies. So here, this bisects the rectangle. And again, try and encompass most of the head, and that line very possibly wants to be the jaw there. So if that was the case, that almost wants to be the eye right there. So that expands till we get the front right on the, and that on the eye. Then it's also wanting, that's a fine little thing. Perspective, 2D on 3D, it's not quite going to work. But that's also going to put across right on the eye and right on the ear. And also be sort of level with the mouth. That's interesting. Again, marking that spot right there. So that the back of the mouth is like right in a strong center point. Nice. Very nice. Eye, mouth, ear. Ear, smell, see, eat. Hard to say. And if we imagine that, like that, it's just going to keep lining up because this guy is phi. And it's just a matter of where you want to make it concrete. So let's try this lazy river pattern, which has a very strong circle right in the center. Yeah, and if that goes on the eye, or no, that one, to the back of the ear, to the mouth. Right, if it's bigger, that's coming in the mouth, going down the throat. It's not quite going to work out to that angle. Getting there. just doing that eye really well, and then isolating the eyeball. Or those 2 points. Sort of. Sort of. Sort of. Let's try this one. Just to see. Possibly. I'm a little curious about those lips. Let's find out if those lips are phi. Again, we got 4 rectangles here. And no, they're not going to be phi rectangles, obviously, because the height's going to stay the same. But if we make that one that size, where does this one join? That one is basically that size. This one, yeah, I mean, there's so many here that you really can't go wrong. Except that these are square ones. But yeah, that's not really going to apply anywhere. Yeah, kind of bit of variation. Yeah, pretty common, but not nothing definedly exact. Well, we found basically the shape of the eye. We could try let's try the inverse of the phi spiral, just to see here. But I am pretty happy just with the mouth and the eye. The overall shape, it's a little hard to tell because we don't have the rest of the body. But that's the price we pay for such a beautiful shot of the face. Yeah. almost like that. Net 2 of those. Kind of doing that type of thing. But yeah. Oh, maybe it's there. Because look at that angle. Those lines are in sync now with this shape, which is in line with the ellipse here. Is that oval? It's a weird angle, almost not quite bisecting it, but going at this 45 through there. And are those lines lining up with the... Imagine that. Imagine if there was a reason here. Go from the full mouth. No. That would have been pretty cool though. Yeah. No. Duh. No. Jeez. I don't know, it's getting those first two. Misses that one. Centers that one. Almost gets that one, those two. Yeah, it fudges a little bit there. Almost. Almost. Come on. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, that was a pretty cool one. Yeah, I would say that let's try the tri-spiral, just because that sometimes produces interesting things. But in general, yes, I would say this lizard is definitely phi, doing well on the Fibonacci line map and the phi spiral map. The master line map and the master curved map. King and queen of phi and fib, if you will. This one is a variation of that, which has these three spirals coming together in these center points, and occasionally, if you get those in the right spot, they work magic. But it seems like this is not necessarily one of those times. Yeah, it's a little too confusing now. It's not, I mean, for sure there's elements because it's phi, but it's not exactly what we're looking for. No, that was, try last one. We'll do the phi spiral line map. This one's bisecting squares, so might be something like this. Get those ellipses right through there. Get that spiral right in the eye. No, can't. And nothing dramatically new Nothing dramatically new. Wow, cool. So yeah, circles and some of the phi maps. Yeah, awesome. That was a neat one. Thanks, buddy. That was great. And thank you guys for watching. And hopefully we will see you on the next one. Not sure what it will be, but hopefully it will be as good. That was great. Take care out there. Be safe.